Hey guys, here's my second full week at the California College of Ayurveda. So one thing I really love about this program is that we use vocalization in the form of mantra and prayer, just getting very intentional and just steeping yourself into the Ayurvedic culture. And it's beautiful, it's something that I've come to know and love for a long time. And it just really sets the tone in a nice way. One of the mantras that we'll start off with the Gayatri mantra, which is one of my all-time favorite mantras. It is Om Bhur Bhuva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om. So we repeat that prayer. That prayer is for divine light, for wisdom, to just shine upon us and shine from within us and out. It's just permeate us, to just bless our studies. Yeah. All right. So the beauty of this class is all about self-knowledge as a practitioner, so that therefore you can resonate and relate with others, with whatever they're going through in life, and whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So we got right into Prakriti, and Prakriti is your nature, and it is basically, it's kind of like your spine. It's kind of like a rod. It's like central within you, right? It is like fixed. It is your fixed nature you're born with, and you continuously show up as this particular constitution and type. So in Ayurveda, there's three possible types. There's Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, which we call doshas. And Vata represents ether and air. Pitta represents water and fire. And Kapha represents earth and water. So we went through things like appetite. And so Vata's appetites are variable. A Pitta's appetite is consistently strong, doesn't really skip too many meals, and a Kapha's their appetite is consistently low. It says, but I think they do like to eat. But what I think what they're getting at is Kaphas can skip a meal and not get disturbed. All right, so on the digestion side of things, so digestion, just speaking to digestion is key. When it comes to health, period, it's all about digestion. And so really being observant of what your stools are looking like, how frequent you are, how regular you are. They say, 3 to 4 times a day is really healthy. Personally for me, it's about 3 times, 4 times, Okay, so for digestion, for a Vata type, Vatas are variable. Their digestion is bloating and bloating. So they're really, they could be dry. Their turds can be like hard nuggets. I just hate to say that, but that's how we talk, man. Like, you just gotta be okay with poo when you're studying Ayurveda. Okay, Pitta tends towards burning, so it's like hot, so it could be also like loose, very diarrhea-esque, especially depending on what you're eating, and what you're drinking in the morning. Coffee can tend to some explosions. Okay, on the Kapha side, which is earth and air, their digestion is like very sluggish, to be so they'd feel sluggish after eating, but and they're pretty solid stools, gas, and sometimes even skip stays, which is called constipation. So you want to hydrate if you tend to be Vata or dry. You just want to consistently hydrate, keep those organs hydrated. All right. Pitta side, on the fire side, tends toward loose, soft, frequent stools, and then on the Kapha side, stools are soft and bulky and regular. So yeah, there's that. That's what we talked about mainly on our first day, was covering the Prakriti of digestion. We covered patterns and tendencies, that are personal. So we were just like really doing a lot of self-discovery, and that's the beauty of this. It's all about self-awareness. So if you truly want to be a healthy person, it's going to be a lot of self-awareness and honesty. There's a lot to share in the form of figuring out your prakruti, like touching on how much you sweat, your temperature, your skin, your menses, general nature, your general attitude, moods. I'll just go over a few of these. So like temperature, vatas feel cold really easily. On the pitta side, you feel warm, warmer than others. And then on the kapha side, which is, very earth and water type, not affected too much by the temperature. I would say if it's hot, then you get hot really easy. They're general in nature, so a vata is like really independent, and a pitta is like a leader, just really charging with the fire and the vision, and a kapha is a supporter, very nurturing. General attitude, a vata would be excited, bubbly, a pitta would be adventurous, daring, and bold, and a kapha would be soft, sweet, and gentle. I think I'm on the pitta side. Definitely, I'm driven, and it's just who I am. I've always been a leader, but a leader not in a bossy way. I think a good leader as a good teammate. Like I'm always wanting people to do their best. Like I'm a cheerleader leader. Like I'm always cheering in my leading, which it's always worked for me and for everything I've ever done. So jumping into the prakruti on the personality type, this was really fun and interesting. We covered like speech. A vata speaks quickly. A pitta speaks clear and convincing, and a kapha speaks round and slow, just really chill. This is really interesting because this is when shit can go haywire, and so when we are not our usual self. So a vata becomes scattered, spacey, and overwhelmed. A pitta can become more intense, and a kapha can become stable. This is under stress. Stable, less affected, becomes quieter, and that's kind of me. When I tend to get quieter and kind of buckled down. See, a vata is nervous, shows anxiety, worry, fear, cold emotions. Pitta shows anger, intensity, resentment, and jealousy. Sentimentality, lethargy, lack of inspiration. So there you have it on the prakruti side. That's what we covered. We did a whole test in our work section, and someday I'll share that with you in a future video where you could take your own test. I'm going to work on that another day. So bottom line with prakruti, this is how we distilled it. Long-term tendencies. That is how you figure out your fixed nature, aka your prakruti, your personal nature. Now we jump into Vikruti. And so a Vikruti is your present symptoms. It's what you are going through right now. What we want to treat. We treat Vikruti. We don't really treat Prakruti. That's what is treated. We treat the symptom according to what your Prakruti is. So it's like the Prakruti is like the background, and the Vikruti is what's, in front of it going, hey, this is not really in balance. Let's get that back as one. So really basic imbalances that people will experience are like a vata, the air type, would experience constipation. A fire type, a pitta, would experience loose stools and diarrhea. Okay, these are all signs, telltale signs. A kapha type would experience mucousy stools. Okay, a kapha would feel sluggish and feel heavy. A pitta, their gas might be really smelly or burning, indigestion, or what do they call that? Heartburn. A air type would experience gas and bloating, but not too smelly of the gas. So our teacher Marissa, she was fantastic. So this was module 0, And we haven't even gotten into module 1 yet, or our chapter 1, but this was just the real basics. And so Marissa left us with a great quote, and I wanted to share it, is that we are always trying to pacify the doshas. Not just keep them balanced. To which we would call the word sattvic. There's sattva, which is neutral. There's rajas, which is like fiery, positive, and then there's tamas, which is on the negative scale. Again, we just get into the Sanskrit. Sanskrit is a vibrational language. So when we say Om Shanti, it's this ancient language. It truly is manifesting peace. It truly is like word is born. You know, it's what KRS-One would say. I love that. It's like, and it's true. That is the power of the word. Sanskrit is almost like a science in the language, and it's beautiful. Then we jump into Dinacharya, Ayurvedic daily practice. But the beauty of Abhyanga is lovely. It's, or all these self-care practices in general, is that it's, you take the time to give yourself some love and compassion. And we all need it. Okay, so that wraps it up for my second full week at California College of Ayurveda. And we had Marissa, our teacher. She was fantastic. Sweetheart. Our class is really just taking shape. I just can't say enough. I feel so privileged and honored to be here, but I'm also just so ready for this. I've already been living very close to these principles, and it's like now I'm just even learning more, and I'm just like all up in this, and it's just beautiful. So I can't wait. I'm just gonna keep going. We're gonna do one a week. That'll be enough, and then maybe I'll do like some supplemental videos as we go along. So other educational stuff, plus the stuff I'm doing with my book. I'm really close to being done with that, and I'm gonna offer an online course, and maybe just do like a tester kind of class, and maybe you want to join me on it. So let me know.
Go.